Sorry about that. Went down for a second. It's good though. That might be helpful, yeah. No, watch the video 144, dude. Turn the selection all the way down and get that view in here. Don't turn it off. Losing control. Turn it down all the way.
Yeah.
Video capture device. You guys give me a second here. What's up, Peter? Welcome. Is that pizza? Pizza?
Pizza.
Welcome to the Sketch Squad, the educational informational live stream, gaming for kids with disease and streaming from smartphone. I'm Mr. Sketch Squad, 68 developers helping the consumer economy reevaluate the way they use technology to DIY car budget hot rodding. And right here on Fritz Magnum as well. Check out Fritz Magnum on YouTube. We're dual streaming. Give me a moment here. I'm setting some things up so that way we can get it going correctly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we need to go to this other scene here. It'll be black for a second. Oh, what's up? Yeah. Welcome to the Sketch Squad. We are in Prince Magnum's kitchen right now.
You are at Prince Magnum HQ, Prince Magnum Channel's HQ, the home of operations where we do all sorts of stuff. Oh, here comes my favorite part where we see everything start to come into play.
And thanks for the awesome music, by the way, from previous peoples. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the pod, where DIY, budget hot rodding, and romance still exist, as well as on this Prince Magnum channel. Check out youtube.com/Prince Magnum for a React video, one of his budget hot rodding videos on how to increase your gas mileage and full air intake. Check it out. Got a new video. It lags pretty bad, right on. Appreciate that. It'll stop lagging in a moment. Thank you very much for help there. How you doing, Monica Orban? What are you doing lately? Where you from? Check out my previous videos on how to play drums, do DIY, smartphone, unlimited streaming from your smartphone, already existing 4G LTE device. Bad example right now because it's very cloudy over here. And fine.
Yeah,
That's in a second.
weather's been horrible over here in Bonne Terre, Missouri. That's where Prince Magnum Channel HQ is located. Bonne Terre, Missouri. Lots of history in this area. And if you know me, I love history. So I'm one of those guys who just cram knowledge into his head. Like,
Downstairs? Oh. Right on. Are you on Fritz Magnum channel or are you on the Sketch Squad channel?
either or, you not.
Alright, not heard nothing. Just interested on what channel. Let me go ahead and lower the bandwidth a little bit so that way we can get a little bit more feasible stream going. She's like, what are they screaming about up there? Well, we're gaming for kids, doing DIY, budget hot rodding for kids, surviving romance for kids in need with children's mirror cover. That's the show more button, and you'll see all the sponsors responsible for Phaser Gaming here, Origin PC, NVIDIA video cards, and helping other people develop their own live streams and getting the right causes for their live streams. Check it out. It's free to sign up, and we advocate that all the time. We're really passionate about that and want to help other people do that as well. Some of these songs aren't very formidable for what we're doing here, so we're going to skip this one.
A bit for lighting as well.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
All right. We're on 2 Periscope channels now.
Holy.
How's that? I know. But cool. And she's coming through the Fritz Magnum channel. That's really cool.
Yep.
So I was going to be like, I'll do these dishes if you donate. Not you, Monica. If you want to, feel free. There's a donate link below, but we're not asking you to do that. If you like, feel free to. We want to go ahead and firstly network extra high work, play games, heal kids, DIY, bunch of hot rodding, gaming for kids, playing video games, all that stuff in the name of Children's Miracle Network here on Sketch Squad. Everything I do is pretty much centralized around saving you money with your already existing 4G LTE smartphone plan and getting that awesome bandwidth. Bring it forth. Check out my videos. It's really easy. You set it up with PDA-Net and you get your phone. Like I'm doing this off of a phone and computer. So I'm integrating both worlds. And we're not lagging at all now. So that's great.
All right. We're probably about
no lag. And we'll do like PlayStation 2 video gameplay. You can look at the previous videos. Come check out SketchSquadTV as well. Subscribe to the channel. You'll see a notification with your name on it, giving you recognition. You'll be the latest subscriber down here next where Uber Night is. Do stuff.
And on top of that, when you, I keep saying it, this is a new partnership between the Fritz Magnum channel and SketchSquadTV. This right across the top, right there. On top of that, not only, when you hook up with the Fritz Magnum channel and you hook up with SketchSquadTV, on SketchSquadTV you get the video games, you get all this tech information. I'm one of these guys. You get the sponsorships, you get all this neat stuff, which, amazingly enough, Jam and John has hooked me up with. So now the Fritz Magnum channel has the same exact setup. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the tech, you get the hot rodding. You get it.
The live stream right here in the car, dude. I'm loud.
That's coming up as soon as Project Spirit hits the road again. But that's going to require a lot of subscribers. Actually, we are going to announce the up-and-coming video that we're shooting for August. But you're going to have to wait until the live stream really starts.
We're going to cars, set it all, cars up all in there, and have a computer mounted and shit in there, and then dude. A little road trip across up Kansas City or something. If we got the donation goal to do it, we got the gas money for the support, we'll go for it. We need to go.
My old stuff off our usage space.
That'd be tight. I'll be drag racing, dude. All live stream. The camera's on the counter and shit. And just roll, dude.
Yeah, man.
I can put the video. I can actually put the video inside one of the boxes. Oh. Motley Crue. Some cool stuff. Cool stuff. Oh, Sketch Squad. Fritz Magnum. Check out Fiverr.com/SketchSquadTV, where I offer databases. Remote management system for contact management and computer management. Hop up in the Discord. SketchSquadTV. You can find out how to do the content creator giveaway. Share the links and we earn cash. Share links, earn cash, win free stuff. Computer gear, bar gear, all kinds of cool stuff up in the Sketch Squad TV Discord. Welcome to the Sketch Squad. We're going to do a react video here shortly once we get some numbers on the channel. Share the link of the stream. Share on your Facebooks. Share with everyone. Show them what we're doing. Kind of discombobulated right now, but we're zoning in on what we're going to be doing here. Of course, we're doing a react video to some of his previous DIY better gas mileage videos. We got donuts too. Come on. Stick around. There's going to be more viewers coming in. We're just kind of following the line in, get people coming in. Previous subscribers, previous members. Fritz Magnum has 8,000 views on one of his live streams right now, which is really cool. Songs you want by typing text point song request. Here. What another song you want? Fritz Magnum. One more song. What do you got for me? Let's do Kiss. What song? Anyone, right off the top of your head. What's the song? Hide your heart. Hide your heart. Rip Vinnie Paul, dude. Rip Vinnie Paul. All right, let's see here. Pull up his video. We're walking together here. Okay. It's still not. The title's still multi-streaming with the stream, bro. It said Prince Magnum channel special action. The whole title not named yet. You give me the photo. I'll get a name for you here. All good. We're just kind of starting the live stream up right now to get people in, loaded in. Oh, it's Metallica. I mean, I got all kinds of songs on here, so whenever you want to change, just let me know. Just bring it in the bot. Yeah. Sure. It's good. Feel free to request, guys. Request. Burning up by the Jonas Brothers. There you go. That's exactly how you do it, too. Do whatever you need to do. Got 3 viewers. The meth is hitting really hard, huh? Not necessarily, dude. We don't talk about that here in this channel. It's not really how we centralize around that. Thanks for your comment, dude.
Okay.
Brandon Jones. Don't do that. So, I'm a drummer. I play drums. Anyway, keep talking about that and get banned. Ha! Yeah, fuck them. 13 years of sobriety, dude. Go review the recent video, bro. They just do it to try to. We get banned, bro. You read the rules, dude. You get banned. I'm telling you, man. You can go make another account, too. I'm just about to come and ban you. I love banning people that talk dumbass shit. Like, that's on your channel, too. You know that person? Jones, Brandon Jones. Well, look, we got fucking banned. Boom. Ha! Make me a moderator in their channel. On the chat. Fucking stupid, dude. Straight up. Wow. How much stupider can you get? For real. I think Metallica in this music. Oh. Tap him out and block him. Hide him on the stream so he never comes in again. People like that want to bring dumbass comments to the streams. Awesome. I mean, people come more awesome. You took the time out of your day to load our full stream because you can't do it and you're a hater. I'll be reacting to a video once we get some people up in here as well. Oh, look, we got more people coming in. Probably talk about that. There you go. Yeah, there's more people in here, though. There's 5 now. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for coming and taking the time out of your day to load the full stream. Check out Fritz Magnum. Oh, they're all on your channel. They're coming to defile your channel, my sir. So we're going to be talking about DIY hot rod budget hot rodding. How do you say it? DIY.
Do it yourself budget hot rodding.
Here we go. Here's your Jonas Brothers video.
I was going to say, we should probably start this up right after this. And then we'll there's a
watch out, don't get banned. Start talking shit, dude. You're going to get banned, and that's straight up. I mean, just anyone. Just making that clear. This guy's 13 years sober. I mean, that's another reason why he is supporting what we're doing here, because it's not a drug stream like you guys always think that's happening and say that's happening. It's bullshit, and you will get banned the moment you start saying idiot shit. Straight up.
Okay. thing of it is that the Fritz Magnum channel does seriously advocate sobriety, okay? And I would not do any business with anyone who didn't advocate that sobriety. You know, and that's one of the reasons why, for the longest time, I did a lot of stuff with RTV because, you know, yeah, right there, that's my original where and when I got sober.
You need help, dude. Call this number.
Actually, I don't know if that number is still in.
Look it up.
Right.
Sorry, you have that.
But that's actually from my original where and when, from when I got sober. And that was 13 years ago. Okay. So, I mean, say what you want about sobriety. You know, sobriety's awesome. Enjoy it. Don't do any drugs. Don't do any alcohol. Right on, Miss Monica. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
That's the haters, right? They're just haters. Nothing to do with us, just their proliferation of their mindset. You want to do that shit, that's your choice. But I suggest don't not to. Sorry, make some stop ramen. You guys want to stop ramen with me?
Actually, if you give me a chance, I can make a better version.
Okay, I'll give you the chance right now. I'm hungry. Yeah.
Okay.
No rush.
Okay.
No rush.
No. I'm really not hungry myself, but it won't take
Yes, you are.
Oh, really? Okay.
Could you react to the animator's newest video or Desert Temple death montage?
Right on, brother. Well,
Right on, cool, thank you.
welcome to the Fritz Magnum channel and SketchSquadTV. Bringing all sorts of DIY stuff to you all. You know, there's a million and one things to do tonight. And I want you all to react to this, okay? I want you all to react to this. This goes way beyond how we're used to and for quite a while now. It's kind of like him and John, Sketch Stars, all of you on SketchSquadTV. I showed him my most popular video, and for the record, I'm really not a fan of that video. Well, you seen the views on it. I thought he was gonna have a heart attack, man.
Yeah, 80,000 views. I'm like, whoa, that's cool, man. And then he could, do something with that. Elasmosaurus. So that's like a. That's like what is it? The Loch Ness Monster? Are you talking about the Loch Ness Monster, dude?
Okay. DIY stuff.
I'm gonna give you a camera.
Okay. Look, DIY here. I need my ice cream.
You guys just. Yeah, Elasmosaurus is part of a channel named Guys Seen That Dance. Right here in the Sketch Squad, man. Then I showed up some snaps. Don't bother. You see that? There you go. There you go. Right. There you go. He's cooking over here. That's a good suggestion. I might do that. I'm gonna pull up his videos though. I could. Okay. Cruises for the blind. Visual. Determined to make the cruising experience as convenient and as enjoyable as possible for guests who are blind or have low vision. The ships. Oh, this is for ships. Actual cruises, World Caribbean cruises.
Yeah.
They do that thing. That's cool.
Okay. So real quick.
Interesting information, real quick.
Okay. When you guys are going to turn out ramen, don't use this. This is not salt.
I get it.
Trust me, I got this, man.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
We're going to get rid of that. Because that's a heart attack.
Oh, God. I don't like that.
By the way,
check out the Sketch Squad TV. Subscribe. Come over to the Sketch Squad. Subscribe. You'll see your name come up on live stream, guys.
Okay. We're on so. Okay. We're going to bring this up. All right.
Space Shark.
All right. We're going to go ahead, Brad. I'll move the black salt.
Thanks so much, Space Shark. What's up?
Black bread. A little bit of freshly ground black pepper.
Nice. Dude, look what he's doing. He's cooking up here, guys. DIY Cooking Sketch Squad.
All right.
Bring it over there for you.
Apple cider vinegar.
Hear the music okay? Everything cool there?
All right. Go.
Put it in front of the camera there. Oh, it's boring.
All right. Tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. All right. We'll blame Julio for that.
Blame Julio.
I always do.
Check out Pootie Pie, guys. Subscribe to Pootie Pie.
There
TK.
All right. Let's see. I need my extra virgin olive oil.
Okay. This is Tesseract. Check them out. They're badass.
A little bit of I don't. Oh, this is pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. Not trying to tell you what to do. They're showing you that it's over that way.
I got this.
You do, you do, you do. Yes, sir.
All right. The basic apple cider vinegar. Okay.
So, cruise.
Couple of good tinges. Brown mustard. Always good.
Okay, I'm going to watch this video here in a moment.
And we're going to hit this up. A little bit of ground sea salt.
No, there's going to be copyright stuff on here.
All right.
Music gameplay.
Oh, perfect. Good switch around. Don't take much. Check that out. Perfect.
Yes.
Vigorously
Mixtured. It is mixtured.
What?
It is
Okay.
mixtured.
Is that a word?
It is mixtured. Let's see. Come on, go. Yeah, we're going to watch this, guys, here in a moment.
Okay. Let's say, where did we put the
I put everything in there and here. I can put the wash.
Okay, well,
You want to keep this down.
Yeah. What's this kind of term like ramen does? Let's see.
Can you mix vegetables?
I do not, but you're not going to need it for this. Okay. Trust me. This will be pretty doggone filling.
It's your recipe. I keep coming in, chiming in on it. My bad.
Well, if I'd thought about it eventually, yeah.
Now we have forks. Forks, my good people. Oh, this light
Is it killing it? You might want to go ahead and go. That one. Perfect.
Elasmosaurus. But it looks like Loch Ness Monster. Okay. Behind your part. Should have been something in there. Let's see. Okay, YouTube that.
By the way, this next moment is my stuff sucks. Oh, there it is. Starting to look dumb and
Alright, this will come on.
bro. I need Christmas color.
I'm gonna watch this channel at Cruising for the Blind.
And
Yeah, I've got one that's coming up on 80,000 views. It was insane. I'm gonna go and pause that and then just start to watch this one. You guys can hear it too. Fritz Magnum channel at Cruise In for the Blind.
this is one of my earlier videos.
Let's eliminate liquids. If you guys start donating, I'll do these dishes and I'll show you. Guess who's that? I'll show you how to do dishes. DJ, say something.
I was actually up.
Talk about awesome, all of us old hot rodders coming out and trying to raise money for a wonderful event. You know, on my YouTube channel, we actually talked about getting ready for this event and talked to a few people here with the Foothills Car Club. We actually
Thanks. Sub, YK1004. Come down squad, sub to the Sketch Squad as well. That way you can get your name on live stream.
This is what it's all about, doing the right thing.
You think I could have an answer? If you're going to react to the vids that are suggested, unless I missed the part. But I just wanted, yeah, I answered already. I said that I would go ahead and do that. Maybe not on this video. We might go ahead and do that. Let me review these here and react to these here.
No matter how strange I might look to some people. Let me leave you all with a few final thoughts. One, if you like YouTube, subscribe to the Fritz Magnum channel. I promise you won't be disappointed. I try to post as many videos as possible, whether it's about cars or keeping your marriage happy or whatever it may be that day.
Last source video or hold on, let me go see what you asked. Make sure I can get you the answer for you. Animator's newest video or Desert Temple Death Montage.
God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't totally believe I just did that today. That was exciting. I've never done anything like that before. Real quick before I forget, I want to thank Family Video in Farmington for letting the Foothills Car Club.
Give me a moment here and look it up.
The organization that handles the money for the blind, and the DJ who let me come up and talk and do that whole bit. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for having us.
Minecraft Friends, Desert Temple Montage.
And I
January 28th.
Held the camera during that whole thing. That was
sweet.
I got a little nervous.
I tell you what, you come subscribe to Sketch Squad TV and be the next subscriber on your channel.
And if you look right there, people actually got to see that painting.
Make priority to do it here on this stream.
They got to see the work actually happening. Right.
But let me concentrate on this so that way we can react to this, and that's really cool.
The event, even though we didn't get anything, it was just really exciting to be there. I was just really glad to be.
I'll take a look at it and react to it.
So thank you all again. Thank you, St. Francis County, for all of your support. And final thoughts for you all. Get out there and work on a project. Sweep your sweethearts off your feet.
So you put
I can't talk today.
visually impaired people into the car?
No, what we actually did was that entire event was designed to raise money for finding a cure for blindness, especially in children.
That's cool.
Okay, there's your vinaigrette. And, of course,
like and subscribe, guys. We'll get you more videos, more content.
There you go.
And I can't believe you did something like that, dude. Just a reaction. Smells and already tastes good. I can smell the taste. Taste the smell. I can taste the smell, but not on the floor. Oh, we dropped 4 companies coming. That was okay. I'll get this one.
For those that don't know, that was the very first time that the Fritz Magnum channel was present at a charity car show. A couple of posts had went out on Facebook, and you know, on what's going on in St. Francis County, and it was really exciting to be there. It was of all the things, it's the most cliche charity I could have done. Basically doing a charity event for blind kids. But in the process of that, how's it? Very cheap, very easy to make. But
oh, okay. 100K. 2004. Oh, okay. 1004. What's up, man? Thank you for the sub.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, continue.
It was the first time we'd ever done something like that, and I was telling somebody about it, be there, be square sort of thing.
I see that.
And what happened is that when I did it, there was a particular gentleman that I was talking to. His son, who was 16 years old, was blind, and moved the man to kind of moved him to tears. It was huge. I'd never.
That's awesome. That cause is there. My mother's completely blind, and it's close to my heart. So, I mean, as a reaction, I mean, that's really something cool that we strive to do on both of our channels. Put the word out there for people that want to do something good too. If you can do it right from your computer. Right. Wouldn't it be great if people could just cause chaos through computer screens by going into them? Or is that just me?
I think some YouTubers do it very well, causing chaos through their computer screens. And this partnership came on the heels of me actually having to kind of move away from another YouTuber that has a serious homophobic problem, and I didn't want to be a part of that.
Like killing cats too?
No, he smacked his cat on camera, and then instead of editing it out, yeah, he did the lazy thing instead of editing it out. And I mean, I understand what happened, and
no names though.
No, I won't give any names. But he lost his original YouTube channel. He got the ban hammer, and yeah,
the ban hammer.
And he got the ban hammer, and that was the end of that. Dang, you will fed.
I could probably do 8 more of those.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But you got to be careful with that though, because it's fried in palm kernel oil, and it's not exactly heart friendly.
Heart friendly?
Yeah, it's kind of hard on your heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, dude.
Well, that's why I told you don't do the salt pack, because it's bad enough for you as it is.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, to give you, that's just an example of one of the things that we've done. That was one of my earlier videos before I had really good intros and things like that. I was really kind of, if you will, flexing my muscles. And of course, as time has gone on, the videos have gotten better.
There's the death montage. We're going to go here on Fritz Magnum channel and review another video of his. And that's interesting. We want to do those live things and those live streams to help for causes. Cruising for the blind, that's really cool, dude.
It was huge. There's an excellent chance that by announcing that a local YouTuber was going to be there with his project car, there was an excellent chance, that there was an excellent chance that that we probably helped raise a couple of hundred just by doing that.
That's awesome.
And of course, we didn't bring home a trophy, but Project Spirit has several trophies, and we're very proud of those trophies.
You want a reaction? Just a reaction. Whoa, dude! 80,000 views!
Oh yeah. Get ready for this. This is one of my earlier videos, and back when the Fritz Magnum channel only had, at best, 15 subscribers. I didn't even have any editing equipment at that time, and you guys are at
78,000 views. What? Crazy, dude.
Right?
Whoa!
This was
Check it out. Share that link. Share that video.
And
we're online. Now we're online. Give me one quick second. Technical difficulty. Up close camera. I gotta go back to game scene here and grab my video. Well, butt nugget. Nah, bro, it's all delegated from here. Hold on, one second.
We got another one for the channel.
Sweet. I don't know. My video camera's not working.
You might want to shut that one down and kick it back over.
For this one for now.
Okay. We can.
It doesn't until I have to restart the computer. So we'll be all right here. 1 second, buddy.
Okay. And no worries.
We're online right now. Sorry about the drop.
Yeah, it's just
when I drop, the cameras go, so I have to
improv a little bit.
Oh, whoa! Being stupid. Okay. 1 sec. Where am I at? Here's this camera.
There we go.
And we'll just open the video here.
And we'll give them a back history on this one.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is one of my earlier videos, and we're talking like this is like seriously old. It goes back to like the early days of the Fritz Magnum channel. Right around, I would say, if you were to twist my arm, it goes all the way back to something like when we only had like 15 subscribers. But now this video it's creeping up on 80,000 views. It's huge. And I love occasionally looking at some of my old videos because it is such a
eye-opener, man. You can yourself.
Well, and you know, Princess Faye regularly says, you know, honey, you know, why look at those why look at those old videos? Why are you watching? And like, you know, I'm critiquing myself. I'm learning from my mistakes, and I learned a lot from the mistakes from this video. It's actually so torturous that that I've almost considered taking it down.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
8,000 views. Don't ever take that down.
Coming to you from
there we go.
Not too far away
Thanks
from in
to
front of my
gas mileage on a Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang.
I've been
96
promising
Mustang.
that the first chance I got, I was going to start showing you all some cool life hacks that you can do with your regular everyday stock engines. Now, for some of you out there, you might spot right away that this is a
thank you, Wacky 1004 for the 3 sub
V6. Quite possibly one of the, well, I've heard a lot of bad about these 6 cylinders. And this one is in a used car. What used car?
80,000 views, dude.
If you're a gearhead, I'll let you
222 likes, 81 dislikes, more likes than dislikes.
Just kind of keep you in suspense. Okay.
Because people need to learn how to collaborate with their own vehicle and like put in, implement.
We've made a few changes, few important changes that I'll explain to you. One of the big problems with knuckleheads at the factories nowadays, they like to put aluminum heads on these things, and you really can't see it, but aluminum heads on your 6 cylinders. Shoot, most engine blocks are now aluminum. Well, the problem with that is that then they put a thermostat, and there's your thermostat housing. Inside there's the thermostat, and they like to take and put thermostats in them that run at 195 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, any old school gearhead can...
You said 195 to 200 Fahrenheit, so that's very, very, like 5 degrees. Space.
Well, that's the usual ballpark area, but in some cases now vehicles are running at 220 degrees Fahrenheit. which is extremely high for aluminum engines. Let me break it down for you. Cast iron skillet. Very dense. This is the material that that engines used to be made of. And it's very dense, very heavy, very strong, could withstand heat very well. It's also a great conductor of heat. The problem is that this is not as plentiful as it once was, and aluminum is cheap, very cheap. In other words, imagine, try this experiment with an aluminum pan that you don't like at home. Take an aluminum pan and a cast iron skillet, throw them both in the oven at about 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and tell me how that goes.
So you aluminum heads running at that temperature, eventually you're going to warm them, you're going to break something, just bad news all around. Okay, so here's a life hack for you to increase the longevity of your engine and to give you a few extra horses. In the old days, we knew full well that cooler engines meant more power. Okay, and
it's like a computer.
I'm not gonna bore you to tears with
it's
all
like
the
a computer,
details
man. I know that.
Just remember, the cooler your engine runs, the more horsepower. So go to, if you can, go down to your local auto parts store and get the next step down, okay? If it calls for a 195-degree thermostat, see if they've got one that runs at about 180 to 160. But do remember, if you live in cold parts of the United States, 160 is not the way to go. 180 will do you just fine. 160, it'll be too cold and you won't have heat. Okay, so that's a cool life hack. And most of the time, you can buy a thermostat for, you know, under $5.
Okay, this is where the first mistake happened. And I was trying to say it, but I kind of goofed it. In your old engines, you can go all the way down to 160. The problem with modern day engines is you have to fight with that computer, your onboard ECU. And this was the first goof up in the video. I was trying to say that, but it didn't come out like that. If you have a 195 degree, 180 will do you just fine. If you go below that, you'll start messing with the ECU, and it throws the engine into a cold mode, and you don't get that gas mileage. About 180, you can kind of play with that before you have to start doing what they call a reflash, or you have to get the tuner box or a standalone system. And that's in modern-day fuel injection systems. That's the main problem, is you're constantly fighting with that ECU whenever you make a modification. But the manufacturers give you a little bit of room because of weather. So you can kind of play around with that. But you also have to take into consideration, if you get it below that 180 mark, you're going to throw the engine into, you're also going to have the problem with the engine not getting hot enough to heat up the coolant enough to give you hot air in cold weather. So you're kind of, yeah, one of the things that we old hot rodders used to do with our old cast iron engines, in the summer months, we would sometimes take the thermostats completely out of the engine. It wouldn't hurt anything. But when the cool weather would come, we'd pull that thermostat housing, put the thermostat back in so we had our heat again. That's actually something we did. Yeah, that was something we actually used to do. It's something that I've done with Project Spirit. Matter of fact, right now, she actually has a 160 degree, even though she's not running, so it's not really hurting her. But I have a 160 degree thermostat in there. When I start driving her again, I'll swap it back to a 195, and that'll actually solve that issue, and I will, basically have heat again. So it's just that simple.
We're shooting bandwidth right now. We're cutting out, so we're losing. Wait, don't do anything. Don't do anything. We're losing frame.
Okay, well, hang on. We can
you go keep talking. They'll hear your voice, but the video's clipping a lot. So,
okay. Okay, I turned off my Wi-Fi. Yeah. Right. So in a nutshell, if you will, I mean, if that helps you all understand, that was the first mistake I made in that video. I totally goofed that. And it's just one of those things. I knew what I was trying to say, but it was the earlier days of the channel and everything.
It's 15 minutes to make a video, so.
Yeah. At that time, I could only post videos that were 15 minutes or less. And that was where I suffered big time in that video because I felt really rushed.
Right.
Okay, depending on the make and model of the vehicle.
Depending on the make and model. People need to take that into consideration.
Right there, and that's usually the case. You might have to get a swivel or anything like that, but that's a cool life hack that'll increase the life of your engine and all sorts of cool stuff like that. So, you know, just something to bear in mind, okay? Another cool life hack.
Bear in mind.
As
On the comments say don't listen to him. There's 221 likes and 81
engine
dislikes.
is just a giant air pump. Now, it would be
Most
cooler
of the
if I had
people
great,
know.
Cool air intake tubing and all that, but I didn't have.
I'm reacting to this.
Okay.
Most of the people know that are watching this video that he's not talking some smack or there's not unknowledgeable information coming at them. Most of them that dislike it are just haters.
Have the money, so I just got the tube and fashioned it onto where the old filter box is. Now these filters, this is a Spector Air Filter, and it's a little bit cheaper than the K&N, and it works just fine. There's nothing wrong with either one. They're good filters, but this is something that you can do. You know, if it's got a little bit of a lip, you can kind of fashion onto that, or you know, just you can figure it out. But you know, for about $45, where you're going to get an extra 3 miles to the gallon, you know, that's a big improvement and more power. But if you're one of those people that
this was where that hack came
really has a serious, I mean, that's the old air filter box, and they had this tube kind of fashioned onto it right like that, and then that's where the air came in. That's really restrictive. So you're really not getting the best performance out of your fuel. And if an engine has to work harder, you're just going to use a lot more gas. But if you're one of those people who has serious issues,
you consider yourself, you know that, and they're like telling you what you already know in the comments. Those people that are hating. Now this is on a Mustang, right? Okay.
Yeah, this is a '96 Mustang. And let me give a little back history on Project Beauty. Project Beauty's original V6 was in the engine bay, and the big problem with that was inside the engine bay. Well, that engine that was there, a 3.8 V6, it when we got it at about $2,000 on the tachometer, it sounded like every lifter was going to come right through the valve covers. So this was a serious problem. We had to do something. We had to do something about this, and I actually kind of massaged, I guess you could say, the engine back to life without doing a rebuild. It would have been better if the engine would have been rebuilt. But what we had to do was we had to basically go in and, you know, kind of through an oil change and things like that. We were able to get the longevity back in that engine because the guy who had it before us was just downright abusive to that engine.
Yeah. So I've done interrupt you, but I've seen multiple Mustangs and the way they put in the cold air intake system. And I don't know much about cars, but I mean, I know a little bit to be dangerous and basically enough to know dangerous. And I've seen the setup be the same way, right there how it is. People, I don't know, they're trying to debunk you, but like I said, their information is invalid and inaccurate because there's 222 likes and 78,000 views and 81 dislikes. So you're doing the right thing, dude.
Well, here's the thing, okay? And in later videos, you'll actually see kind of a transformation sort of thing happen where that tube that leads up to the intake, one of the things that you might find interesting as you look at that tube leading up to the intake, it gets painted a high-temp VHT blue, which is a good reflective paint, and at the same time, that paint withstands like 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically, for car shows, that whole system turned it into a cold air intake, all on the stock setup, and actually dropped basically dropped the temperature inside that tube a couple of degrees, maybe an extra horse here or there, a little bit more in the gas mileage. So the thing of it is that the computer in that car is able to handle so much. When you get up around 2001, 2002, it's a little harder to play with that. But because the computers at that time, you could kind of play with that a little bit, but there's still certain...
You can configure it from the OBD2 if you have the right.
Right, and this is about the first. This is the first year for the OBD2. Okay.
Oh yeah. The 2001 is it?
No, this is a 96.
96.
So, and for those that don't know the history behind that, before the OBD2 reader came out, before that, manufacturers just changed it up willy-nilly, and it oftentimes when you went to go get the codes, you'd have all these leads and everything hooked into it, and you were hoping for the best.
There are upgraded ECUs that you can install on that 96 from newer vehicles, and the car will still take it. There's a deal with the air intake way better than that one did.
But because this was based on the stock setup, there really wasn't that much of a change. The only thing that we did was just kind of open it up a little bit more so it could breathe a little bit better.
Just made it like nice. You just replaced items in there.
Yeah, and there was I wish I had more video, but ironically enough, there was an improvement in throttle response. There was an improvement, I mean, just in all around, and I actually noticed an improvement in gas mileage. I wished I'd have had the camera equipment at that time, but the Fritz Magnum channel was running very primitive at that time. And what we actually seen was that basically the performance was there, but I just did not have the camera equipment to really show you how awesome it got.
Right.
So
continue it.
All right.
It's just, you just got to be a little, more, you just got to be a little bit more ingenious, and that's the factory style air filter. If you look at this box, excuse me, if you look at this box here, right here, I mean, if you take, and if it's behind all the sensors like here, and
what happened to your hand?
Suffering from tendonitis.
Oh.
I don't have to wear that very often, but every now and again I have to wear that dang brace.
the box comes in here, drill a couple extra holes. Just make sure that where your holes are, they're behind this gasket here. And if you drill a couple holes in your air filter box, it'll allow more air in, or you can maybe like remove that snorkel. Anywhere where you can get more airflow in will increase your horsepower and didn't cost you a thing. And you're still running the factory setup. That's an old street sleeper idea. And back in the old days,
is really like a
snorkel air filter units on the
air,
top
more
of the
air,
carburetor.
more,
We used to take the lids and flip them upside down.
more combustion,
So
and people are like, wow, they'll sit on them.
It won't be as good as that, or even a full tube, but it'll get you pretty close. Okay, so that's a cool life hack,
and that's not the majority of people that are actually liking the video and viewing it.
Economy. It won't, like I said, it won't be as good as the Spector. You'll still be running the old paper stock filter, but it'll, like I said, it'll get you pretty close. And if you live in an area where doing major modifications is kind of illegal, you could put the holes where they can't exactly see them, and they're not going to notice anything, and you'll still be legal that way, you know. So just a cool life hack that you can do there. Also, if you can get cigars, bro. Go with a cooler, lighter fan.
But that green button right there.
Anywhere where you can get your engine cooler, get more airflow to her. Believe it or not, you'll be glad you did it. You'll see fuel economy go up. Okay, well that brings us to the end of this video. I guess you're all curious what the project car is. Well, I guess it's time. You already seen the life hack on the headlights. Well, now it's time to unveil the project car. Yes, you're looking at it. This is a 96 Ford Mustang with a tired old V6. I'm going to show you basically two different series. One, we're going to do a series where I show you how to improve a stock car and make it run better. After that, we're going to go, excuse my language, ladies, we're going to go balls
I've seen people take the whole, I've taken off the whole system
to build
and just put a filter on the
rod that you could drive every day, just how we used to do it.
Okay. It was the original. So it was the original default setup for the car.
Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24th.
The setup that my significant other at the time had was modified air cooled air intake. She had put it on there, and I took it off for her and put the regular setup back on.
Okay, if you look close enough, okay, where that opening is to the throttle body, the number one problem that you have is there's a lot of heat coming in there. And the other is you need the mass flow air sensor because it measures air temperature and allows...
it's a little chip that goes on the intake.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And if you notice where that pod filter is, the mass flow air... the mass flow air sensor is right in behind that. So what we essentially did was just remove the air filter box and adapted a pod filter, a Spector Air Filter, to the original tube. Okay, and the reason being is because it allows for a better flow
of air.
And where it was located was near the radiator, so I'm sucking in cooler air. Yes.
Right.
Now, if you're like where
it's not a natural occurrence too. It's environmentally natural. So
exactly.
It's not going to hurt anything.
And see, Mighty Car Mods, and for the record, I like Mighty Car Mods, and I like some of their content. I haven't watched any of their stuff in quite a minute. But when you look at their stuff, the problem is that when they talked about the pod filter, what they actually said is this is not a full-on scientific experiment. And I looked at the video, and the number one problem is that when you looked at it close enough, where the pod filters were usually located was towards the back of the engine bay. So that's why it was sucking hotter air and throwing that, and they were losing power from that. So that was where the problem was. So if you get it up closer to the front of the engine near the radiator, problem solved.
Got you. That's crazy. I mean, all in all, you heard what I heard. You heard what I said. You know, everybody on the stream and anybody in the community can hear that it's not really good or bad, except for the yes. Well, it is good to put the air intake on there. It's way better. You get way more mass. It's a flow to the sensor and the engine to get that combustion going. And then that runs it hotter. Runs the vehicle hotter?
No, it runs.
No, I mean, I've seen that shit be put on multiple cars, dude, for a remedy.
And see, one of the things that I will also bring up is if you live in places like where we live here in Missouri, it's dusty, it's dirty, and I've actually worked on a friend's car, and when I opened up the air filter box, it looked like a compost heap inside.
Of course.
That's because...
I haven't done shit to it in a while.
Well, no, the problem is she'd actually had her air filter replaced 3 months prior to me working on it. That's really... And what,
oh, wow. And it was still fucking all fucked up in there?
And what the problem was is she was sucking, because where they put it in the fender, where it is in the fender, she was just sucking up everything. And basically it turned the car into a giant vacuum cleaner. I did the same modification to her car and moved it up in, where it was still close to that opening, but it wasn't down inside the fender. And in the process of doing that, she noticed the huge throttle response. She got with a guy, and what ended up happening was when she got with this guy, the performance was so great, he turned around and was hot rodding the car and blew the engine up.
What a great mechanic, dude. Well, that ends it for the React video, unless you have something else to say. I'll react to this 37-second video for YK1004 because he requested it. That's just an all-around, common knowledge, dude. And what people are saying on the 80,000 view video is they're totally wrong. It's funny. They're trying to hate on you.
Well, okay.
Straight up.
Okay, and I'm going to explain it to you.
SketchSquadTV verified.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you why some mechanics do this. Now, and for the record, there's a lot of great mechanics out there that do actually try to do the work proper. Okay, and I've talked about this in the part 2 video on my channel, but what it boils down to is there's a lot of by-the-book mechanics. Now, for the record, again, I watch a lot of other YouTubers in the car club world, and when you talk about working with other, when you talk about these other mechanics, we're talking people like the Scotty Kilmer channel, and he's a by-the-book mechanic. So much so that I know he would actually look at this setup and go, dude, you shouldn't have done that. But the thing of it is that he's a by-the-book mechanic. And he's got several years of car knowledge under his skin.
And manufacturers want you to bring your shit in there, and
That guy's probably affiliated with that.
Actually, no, he's not. What it is he's so by the book that in the old days, and you could still buy the replica signs of this, genuine Chevy parts, genuine Ford parts. And you used to see, and you could still get this label if you're restoring a vehicle. It says keep, for like your GM products, it'll say on that sticker, keep your vehicle GM. Okay, and there was a reason for it, because if you got like an off-brand, there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So they would push that.
Unless you have the all-around knowledge of it yourself.
And if you took your car to a dealer, back to the dealership or something like that, they may not be able to work on it, and you're sitting there going, well, this car's a hunk of junk. And no, that's not the case. It's just that because by-the-book mechanics, like Scotty Kilmer, they wouldn't know what to do with that change, because it kind of throws the
equilibrium.
Yeah, it kind of messes with what they were showed. Okay,
right.
So
the institutionalized information that they received, in which I quote myself on the comment that I left in this 80,000 view video.
So that's why they do that, and I'm not knocking those mechanics. But then there's a darker side of this. There are mechanics that want your money. They want your money, okay? And in that part 2 video, I kind of preluded that there was a few of those mechanics that are in the comments section of the video that we just reviewed, okay? There's a great deal of many of those mechanics in there. And the truth of it is, okay, these mechanics want your money. They want you to bring your vehicle to them. They want it to break. So they're going to tell you not to do this. My car's not getting the gas mileage it once was. Duh. Okay? And you're going to take your vehicle to them. And they're going to give your vehicle a placebo where it'll be okay for a little while, but then it's right back to the same dang thing. So don't do that to yourself. Be smart about it. If you're in a position where you can make some minor changes, that doesn't necessarily, you'll know if you've gone too far.
And consult with Fritz Magnum on the Fritz Magnum channel. He'll answer your questions in detail. As you can see, he's really knowledgeable about all of this stuff. So,
and to give you an idea how much you can actually play around with, on the channel, one of the, I guess you could say, kind of the co-star of the do-it-yourself budget hot rodding series on the Fritz Magnum channel is none other than Project Lena. Is Project Lena, but the thing of it is that she has a 3400 series V6 engine with ram air induction, and with that 3400 series ram air induction, the ones that didn't come with that ram air induction, it's going to be the same ECU. Do you think the manufacturers took the time to program the different? No, they didn't.
No.
So that computer actually has just enough room where you can kind of make those slight changes like that, you can get away with a couple little minor changes, but after that, you're going to need a reflash, or you're going to need the tuner box, or a standalone system. So to avoid that, light changes.
Right, yeah, go minimal on the changes, very slow.
Very slow.
Anything,
Right. With your old carbureted engines, you can go pretty much. You can pretty well do whatever you want, and you'll be just fine. So there you have that.
Awesome. Thank you, Prince Magnum, for your very knowledgeable and detailed information. I'm going to react to this video real quick. We're going to end it, and we'll maybe come back online with some video gaming. Let me get some sound going on here. This is a death montage. I think he's... Oh, okay. Building up. Dying. Diamond sword. We're at 140. Raise it a little bit here so we can actually tell what's going on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the description, the detailed information. I'm sure people who want to hit you up for car knowledge. Give them something to come back.
Right.
What the fuck? Kill zombies? Okay, the zombies.
Doesn't look like it's going too good.
This guy's dying.
All over the place. My God.
Oh, it's a death montage. Yeah, check the video on the dying Fortnite. Do a video on dying spree.
My God.
Spree of dying.
This poor guy.
This dude just sucks. All right.
Oh my God.
He tried.
Well,
all right. He sucks, basically.
So that was actually really interesting. I don't know what to say to that. Poor guy.
I got a video where I'm just straight up dying.
So there you have that. I mean, you know, I hope you all, you know, got a little something out of that, you know.
For real.
You know, it was just really awesome to, you know, to revisit an old video. And again, it's not my favorite video. And the reason being is just because I was actually struggling to.
It's my favorite video.
Right. You know, it's one of those things.
To get that content out. Yeah, it's time limit.
Right. So, I mean, okay. So I hope that helps you all out a great deal.
Thank you guys very much for joining the channel for when you did. Sorry the stream went down in the middle. There was the educational information live stream, the Sketch Squad gaming for kids in need with the local communities, Children's Miracle Network, extra-laugh.org. We're sponsored by Razer Gaming Gear, Origin PC, and video cards. I'm the pioneer of mobile streaming. The Sketch Squad TV, Mr. Sketch Scars, XDA-developers.com, senior member for 15 years, doing Android development and helping do remote tech support on your computer and laptop, and helping you integrate your computer and your smartphone devices to be able to get free internet on your computer from the already existing 4G LTE data plan. Super simple. Doesn't cost you anything more. And Mr. Fritz Magnum, do you have anything else you need to say?
Okay. First off, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Since there's no such thing, I was gonna say, since there's no such thing as Twitter face, you don't have to worry about it.
I have no Twitter face.
Yep, we're good there.
I got a Twitter face. Nah.
Along with that, the Fritz Magnum channel does have a Patreon account.
Oh, do you?
Yes, we have a Patreon account.
Check it out.
And if you become a monthly subscriber, you have just become a member. A very special member of the Maverick Nation, and that is the High Mileage Club, referring to the fact that Project Spirit's engine is coming up on 300,000 miles.
Wow.
And over 44 years still on the original internal parts. Freaking awesome.
That's badass.
And all the money that you donate to that cause will go back into Project Spirit and Project Lena, helping them become better show cars. So maybe we can also come visit you in your local town, you know, because
live streaming it.
Yes, yes, and there's something to be said about coming out to see all of you guys, because I'm telling you right now, the Fritz Magnum channel likes local, but there's something about getting out and abroad and showing you how to enjoy your hot rod every day, not just on the weekends.
Proceeds of that stuff, those donations and tips also go to Children's Miracle Network, extra-life.org. But you have the choice to get to Fritz Magnum or Children's Miracle Network. It's up to you what you want to do. And same with my channel. You guys want to donate to Kids Network, just do that. And we want to encourage others to donate to the Kids Network first.
Right. And let me say right now, being the father of 5 children, I could not imagine what those parents are going through. So before you even think about seeing the Fritz Magnum channel on Patreon, be sure to put your money there first, okay?
Yeah, if you want to pledge something, sign up for your own Children's Miracle Network account. Start your own little network of people.
And now we have the Maverick Nation attached to the Children's Miracle Network. So now subscribers of the Fritz Magnum channel can now get behind that whole thing of helping children in need, because they're facing a lot of scary stuff. I could not imagine.
Heart surgeries, brain surgeries, freaking lupus, myelogenous leukemias, all kinds of different bad diseases that the parents just can't afford it. But with your pledge, it helps them get through and can bring people to them that will ensure quality of life to help them see something positive, maybe before their last days or maybe before they get up out of bed.
And the big focus for the Maverick Nation version of this whole thing, you know, we want to do the retro gaming for the kids that are stuck in bed and that sort of thing. And when the day comes and they're hopefully able to get up out of that bed, the DIY stuff will still be there. Okay. And we want them to get out there and work on projects. And when I say the DIY stuff, obviously, I'm talking not just cars, I'm talking romance. And we are talking, you know, I want those kids to have a very quality of life because they're piecing back together that life after, you know, what they had just experienced. So that's the main focus behind that. Again, be sure to follow both Sketch Squad TV and the Fritz Magnum channel. Okay, you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe some more.
And tell all your friends, you know, tell them about us, okay? Because, you know, the more people that come on, the bigger these can get. Because I want both channels to be able to have a movement across the world that, I mean, there's something to be said about having fun without a drink or a drug. All right? 13 years. That's February 7th, 2019. Fritz Magnum here celebrated a total of 13 years of continuous sobriety as a sober member of Alcoholics Anonymous. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. And as always, for all of you out there, let me say this. If no one out there has told you that they love you, Fritz Magnum does. God bless you. Have happy 24. Thank you.
Giving Back to the Future campaign, content creator giveaway. Hop up in the Discord at discord.me/SketchSquadTV. Helping content creators and aspiring content creators become professionals on how to develop your own streams and stream from your 4G, LTE, or the existing smartphone. Data plan. This is Mr. Sketch Scars and Fritz Magnum signing out.